and Assalamualaikum everyone. So today we are excited to introduce Ecomi, a product that is not only innovative but also supports a more sustainable lifestyle. So in this presentation, we will discuss the existing market challenges, the opportunities for change, and how Ecomi provides a practical and eco-friendly solutions. So we hope to give you a clear understanding of the potential and positive impact this product can have on the environment and everyday life. The increasing use of individual food packaging has become a serious environmental concern, particularly due to the widespread reliance on plastic materials. Although plastic packaging is cheap, durable, and effective in preserving foods, it comes with significant environmental costs. Once disposed of, plastic waste accumulates in landfills, waterways, and natural ecosystem, and also creating long-term pollutions. So, as food consumption continues to rise globally, the amount of plastic waste generated by the food industry has reached an alarming level, highlighting the urgent need for sustainable packaging solutions. Instant noodles are one of the major contributors to this issue due to their high consumption rate and dependence on multi-layer packaging, especially single-use seasoning sachet. So these sachets are used for only a few seconds during the food preparations, but are discarded in large quantity and are rarely recycled. In Malaysia, where instant noodles are widely consumed by students, working adults, and urban consumers, plastic seasoning sachet plays a significant burden on waste management system and contribute to environmental pollutions. So this situation demonstrates the need for innovation solution that not only improve the waste management but eliminate plastic packaging at its source.
So next I will explain the issue. One of the main issues we see today is heavy use of the plastic seasoning sachet in the instant noodle. The sachets are usually made from multi-layer materials like nylon, polyethylene, and aluminum foil. They work well to keep the seasoning fresh, but the problem is that these materials are very hard to recycle. Because of that, most people just throw the sachet away after use, and they end up in the landfill or the polluted rivers and ocean, which add to environmental damage over time. Another major issue is how short the usage time of the sachet is compared to their impact on the environment. We only use a seasoning sachet for a few minutes when preparing instant noodles. However, once it's become waste, the plastic can take anywhere to 200 to 500 years to break down. As it slowly degrades, it's turned to microplastic that contaminate soil and water, harm marine life, and may eventually affect human health through the food chain. In Malaysia, this issue is even more serious because instant noodles are part of many people's daily diet. 2.5 million consume instant noodles regularly, especially students, working adults, and families, which means billions of the plastic seasoning sachets are thrown away every year. This can create a huge amount of waste and put a lot of the pressure on the waste management system. On the top of that, poor disposal habits such as littering in the dormitories and public areas can make the pollution problem even worse. And lastly, despite the growing awareness about the environmental sustainability, there are still very limited solutions that truly solve this problem. Most existing efforts focus on reducing plastic use or encouraging recycle. However, recycling alone is not enough, especially since multi-layer plastic sachets are difficult to process. As a result, plastic seasoning sachets are still widely used today, and showing a clear need for a better and more sustainability alternative.
For this part, I will explain the market opportunity for Ecomi. Firstly, there is a growing consumer awareness of environmental sustainability. Today, many consumers are more concerned about plastic pollution and its long-term impact on the environment. This awareness has influenced purchasing behavior, especially in food products, where consumers increasingly prefer brands that demonstrate environmental responsibility. Secondly, there is an increasing demand for eco-friendly food packaging. Food manufacturers are now under pressure to reduce their use of plastic packaging in order to meet consumer expectations and enhance their brand image. As a result, sustainable packaging is no longer just an option, but has become a competitive advantage within the food industry. Thirdly, government initiatives and policies aimed at reducing single-use plastic further strengthen this opportunity. This initiative encourage companies to adopt more sustainable practice, which motivate manufacturers to explore alternatives to plastic packaging, including seasoned sachets. At the same time, there are very limited sustainable alternatives for seasoning sachet currently available in market. Most instant noodle products still rely on plastic sachet even though they are used for a very short time and are difficult to recycle. This indicates a clear gap in the market. Therefore, Ecomi presents an opportunity to eliminate plastic waste at the source by replacing plastic seasoning sachets with an edible and biodegradable solution. By addressing both environmental concerns and industry needs, Ecomi has strong potential for market adoption.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So for this slide, I will start by explaining the product design of Ecomi. When we designed Ecomi, one of our main consideration was consumer behavior. We realized that most consumers are already very familiar with instant noodle seasoning sachet in terms of size, shape, and how they are used. And because of that, Ecomi is intentionally designed to retain a familiar seasoning sachet size and shape. We did not want to introduce a completely new form that might confuse users or make them feel uncomfortable. For example, when someone cooks instant noodles, they usually follow the same routine every time. If the packaging suddenly looks very different, consumer may hesitate to use it. By keeping the design familiar, Ecomi allows consumers to feel confident and comfortable while using the product. In short, the innovation of Ecomi is not in changing how people cook, but in changing what the packaging is made of. Next, let's move on to the packaging concept. Ecomi is introduced as an edible seasoning sachet that dissolves during cooking. This means that the sachet itself is part of the cooking process. Normally, plastic seasoning sachet needs to be torn open and immediately thrown away after use. Even though it looks small, this type of single-use packaging accumulates into a large amount of waste over time. With our product Ecomi, consumers simply place the whole sachet into hot water with the noodles. As the water heats up, the sachet dissolves completely, leaving no packaging waste behind. This packaging concept is important because it addresses plastic waste directly at the point of consumption, which is where most packaging waste is generated. Moving on to the product attributes, Ecomi is made using edible, biodegradable, and food-grade safe materials. These attributes are very important because Ecomi functions both as packaging and as something that is consumed. The materials used are safe to eat and will not affect the taste or safety of the food. At the same time, they are biodegradable, which means they are environmentally friendly and do not contribute to long-term pollution. Before use, the edible packaging also acts like normal packaging by protecting the seasoning from contamination, moisture, and external factors. This shows that Ecomi does not compromise on food safety or hygiene, even though the packaging is edible and sustainable. For the branding strategy, Ecomi is positioned as a sustainability-focused brand that promotes responsible consumption.
This means the brand does not only sell a functional product, but also communicates a clear environmental message. Today, many consumers are more aware of the environmental issues and prefer brands that reflect their values. When consumers see the Ecomi brand, they can immediately associate it with waste reduction and eco-friendly practices. For example, Ecomi can be seen as a brand that supports small actions such as reducing one plastic sachet at a time, which can lead to a larger positive environmental impact. This branding approach helps Ecomi stand out in the market as an innovative and responsible packaging solution. Lastly, in terms of labeling information, Ecomi use clear and informative labels. This includes halal certification, food-grade safety information, and clear usage instructions. Labeling plays an important role because edible packaging is still relatively new to many consumers. Without clear information, consumers may feel uncertain or hesitant to use the product. For example, halal certification helps assure Muslim consumers that the product is safe and suitable for consumption. Usage instructions also guide consumers on how to use the edible sachet correctly during cooking. Overall, clear labeling helps to build consumer trust and encourage wider acceptance of Ecomi as an edible packaging solution.
For product concept statement, Ecomi is introduced as an edible and biodegradable seasoning sachet designed to replace conventional plastic sachets used in instant noodles. Unlike traditional sachets that are torn and discarded after use, Ecomi dissolves completely in hot water and becomes part of the meal. This innovation removes plastic waste at the source while maintaining food safety, hygiene, and ease of use. The product is developed using food-grade halal-safe materials and follows a familiar sachet format to ensure consumer acceptance and industry compatibility. Ecomi primarily targets instant noodle manufacturers and packaged food producers that depend heavily on single-use seasoning sachets. These companies face increasing pressure from environmental regulations and consumer demand for sustainable packaging. Ecomi offers a practical solution by eliminating plastic waste at the source while improving hygiene and convenience for consumers. By integrating packaging directly into the food, Ecomi makes sustainable consumption easier without requiring changes in consumer behavior. Ecomi's competitive advantage lies in its novelty and long-term relevance. It is among the first edible seasoning sachet innovations in Malaysia, offering a true zero-waste solution. The product uses cost-effective, starch-based materials and maintains a familiar sachet format, allowing brands to adopt it without major production changes. As plastic regulations become stricter, Ecomi remains a future-ready and scalable solution for the food industry.
So in conclusions, the issue of plastic waste from instant noodle packaging demonstrates the limitations of existing sustainability approach that focus mainly on recycling rather than prevention. As consumer awareness towards environmental responsibility continues to grow, packaging innovation must be environmentally friendly while remaining practical, safe, and affordable. So Ecomi address this gap by integrating sustainability directly into the consumption process through an edible seasoning sachet that eliminates plastic waste without compromising convenience or food quality. By targeting the root of the problem, Ecomi offers a practical and consumer-centric solution that supports both environmental protections and everyday food consumptions, positioning it as a promising innovation for a more sustainable future. That's all from us. Thank you.